Song of the Deep is a brand new Metroidvania action game from Insomniac Games. It's a game that follows Marin, who's a young girl who's lost her father at sea. She's pieced together this rickety sub and she's diving beneath the waves to try to find her father. But along the way, she discovers that under the surface of the ocean is a world that she never knew existed. In fact, she got hints of it from her father, who would tell her tales of these incredible kingdoms and strange creatures that he would find. She never believed him, but now that she's there, she's finding that everything he told her was true. We have big teams, we have medium-sized teams, and we have small teams at Insomniac. But what binds them all together is that we ask everybody to contribute to the creative process. But it has to start with a strong vision. So Brian Hastings, who's our Chief Creative Officer, had a vision for a story that he wanted to tell about this girl. She had a mission, and that was to find her father. But what powers her through this mission is her resolve, is her ingenuity, is her bravery. And that's the message that he really wanted to get across. So we have Singji, who is our art director on the project, and she's had a very particular vision for how the world should look and how the creature should look and how Marin's sub should be constructed. And it's really important to have that artistic vision because it creates consistency with everything that we build in the game. We've also got Ed Kim, who's our project manager, who is the nucleus of the project. His job is to make sure that everybody knows what everybody else is doing and helps us get the game done on time. We have Eric Meyer, who's also leading the design efforts along with Daniel Bang. They've been brainstorming on the macro to make sure that those Metroidvania elements, which are so important to pull you through the game, are there in force. Going to Joe Valenzuela, who's our lead programmer, who has been focusing on the guts of the game. We've got Ken Patel and Will Good and Kevin, who are all working on the gameplay aspects, programming-wise, to make sure that all of the mechanics we have really feel good. We've got Tony Mora, who is the one creating the cinematics in the game. If you see the beautiful storybook-like pages that are flipping as you're moving through the game. Well, and David Kaufman, who's our animator, who is creating all the beautiful effects and the really cool creatures in the game. We also just had Luca join us, and Luca's helping us put together the world. And this is actually a really big job because the world is expansive, and we put it together with all of these very detailed pieces, and getting it just right is crucial to having a game that feels good as you're exploring it in your sub. Our QA team is so important to us, led by Dominique Batts, and he's been a long time Insomniac with us, and he's also been helping our specific team with everything that we do. And he leads a group of intrepid men and women who all day long are focused on helping us make the game better. At Insomniac, one of our philosophies is that everybody can contribute to the games we make. And so we get a lot of really, really important feedback from the QA team telling us what they like, what they don't like, where the game's too hard, where it needs to be tuned. And that's super important to release a polished project. I think it's really important to understand that Insomniac owns the intellectual property for Song of the Deep, and GameStop has supported that all the way. GameStop's also been very vocal about not wanting to push the project in any direction creatively. This is Insomniac's project. As a result, it feels like a very Insomniac game where Insomniac's in creative control. The enthusiasm is unusual for a game that really is more, it feels like an indie game and is a passion project. And that's, for us, the opportunity to expose it so early and to be able to tell people what our vision and our passion about this project is awesome.